Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast, hashtag KTSC Sports Talk, with your host, Justin P. This is episode 177 for the YouTube channel, and for the audio version, it's season 5, episode 5. You can check that out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Podtail, Podplot, basically anywhere you get your podcast and music stuff from. Just type in hashtag KTSC Sports Talk with your host Justin P. Today got a special guest. You know, one of the best, yeah, one of the best coaches in college football. A Bowie State past defensive coordinator, Coach Rod White Jr. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Appreciate the little entrance. One of the best in the country. Appreciate that.
Gotta give you your flowers while you still can smell them. You feel me?
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
All right, Coach. Ready to get into some Q&A. So you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Question one. What TV show or shows are you currently binge watching right now?
Ooh, so I'm not particularly in like binging at this point in time, but I need to binge Chicago PD. I'm about a whole season behind on that. And I think I wanna get on Chicago Fire. I watch it when it come on, but like I said, Chicago PD is the one that I need to binge right now. Other than that, like I said, I ain't really binging too much at the moment.
Okay. All right. Question two. Give me your top 5 favorite movies of all time. This is your top 5 movies that you like.
I love The Sixth Man. The Sixth Man is one of my favorite movies. Sixth Man, Ali, and actually I was watching Ali last night. It was on. Ooh, that's tough. Remember the Titans. I don't know what it is about this movie, but Hidden Figures, every time it's on, I stop and gotta watch it. Hidden Figures, and what would be the next one? Six Man, Ali, Hidden Figures, Remember the Titans. I don't even know. I don't even know what the fifth would be. The fifth movie.
Just throw a wild card. And I know you like some comedy movies or something like that. So I know it's a movie that stood up to you.
I love all the Bad Boys.
Okay.
All the, like I said, all the Bad Boys. I love those. So I guess you just throw them in there.
That can count as one whole. All right. Question 3. Your top 5 favorite rappers of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah. This is your top 5.
My top 5. You 3 or 5.
5.
So mine a little bit different. I'm gonna go Yo Gotti, Young Jeezy, Lil Boosie, those Gotti, Jeezy, Boosie, Wayne, of course, and I'm gonna go with my cousin G Rock. R.I.P. G Rock died a couple years ago, but I'm gonna go with him. He was on pace to do big things. Like him and Kevin Gates was locked in. So I'm gonna go with my cousin G Rock.
It's funny you say that because I grew up with him, know his whole family, like, you know what I
mean? Yeah.
Piece of 2 clocks, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, going with Cuzzo.
Said that, man. Small world.
And it's super. It's crazy because a couple weeks before he died, it was like right around. It was 4th of July. We usually had family day at the park. He put his last album on. He let me listen to the intro before. Yeah, he let me listen to the intro before it dropped, and I was like, well, this, yeah. I remember, like I said, it was a family day at the park. Let me listen to the intro before he dropped the album. A week or 2 later.
If I'd known, I would have wore a shirt I had made to the funeral. I'd have put it on.
Yeah.
That was God, man. That's the rest in peace, 2 clock. Yeah. All right. Question 4: Your favorite snack or food?
Favorite snack or food? So I love crab cakes. Actually, made some a couple days ago. Crab cakes. I love Reese cups as far as snack wise. Uh, let's see, crab cakes, Reese cups. I love a good burger. Good burger, dude. So, like I said, burger, crab cake, Reese cups.
Hey, good choices. All right. Question 5. What's your favorite activity or activities you like to partake in when you're not working?
I'll be honest, I don't really do too much. I'm home chilling now. I got a son, 2.5-month son, so I'm home chilling with him, watching TV. Mostly, like I said, just home chilling, watching TV with family and friends.
Hey man, nothing wrong with that, man. It's
Yeah.
the most important thing in life. So ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, the last question. This is always a tricky one. If you could have dinner with 5 guests, dead or alive, famous or non-famous, who would you bring with you?
Martin Luther King, of course. I'm gonna go Barack Obama.
Okay.
Martin Luther King, Barack Obama. Uh, John Thompson. Go with Big John.
Uh,
Alan,
uh
huh?
George, Georgetown, John Town. Okay,
Yes,
got you.
sir. Big John. Gonna go Big John, Martin Luther King, Barack Obama. Two more. Two more. LeBron James. Listen to how he, because I like how LeBron James, like his mindset as far as business and with his friends, putting them on in the community and stuff like that. So he'd be a guy. And we go Malcolm X.
Great answer, man. Great answer. That's a great dinner table right there. You get to learn from some knowledgeable guys, well
Yeah.
respected guys at that, and then
Mhm.
professional. I like that. All right, tell everybody how it was growing up.
It was, to be honest, I said it was. I had a fun childhood. A very, some people it might not be fun. Like I said, I was in sports my whole life since I was able to, since I was little. Like I said, my father's a coach, so I've been around sports. Like I said, I've been playing sports since I was 5 years old, year round. Me and my brother. But like I said, I grew up in East Baltimore. My whole family, except me and my brother, is from West Baltimore. Like I said, me and my brother was born and raised East Baltimore. So I got the best of both sides. I was living in East. Like I said the whole family was West. So I said I'm Baltimore as it gets. But like I said, I had a good childhood. Like I said, my family was always in my corner, always pushing me to do better, to do the right things. And I like I said, I had friends that same thing, like was in my corner. I also had friends and family that veered off, but you can learn from those mistakes and things people do. But I said my childhood was good. Like I can't complain. Let's say I had supportive parents and supportive siblings. So aunts, uncles, everybody, grandparents, cousins, everybody was good. So I say I was blessed, 100% blessed. Even to this day, I'm still blessed, like with my life. Like I said, I can't complain one bit.
Good, got you. Baltimore native myself, West Baltimore. So it's funny you say that, man. So, all right. So, when did you know you wanted to get into coaching?
I pretty much knew, like I said, my whole life. My dad's a coach. My younger brother is also a college coach as well. My uncle is a high school coach. So, like I say, coaching has been like I don't want to say the plan, but it's been like the road. Like you can see, my mother always would tell me, like even when I was little, like they'd call me Coach Rod, because we'd be out there playing the games, and I'd be out there directing, telling people what to do and all that. Like, so it's always coaching was always going to be the plan. But really, once I got to college and I started to go to college, so I want to coach. Like I played in college, played my whole career. Then I got to the end. I'm like, and I wanted to chase pro ball, wanted to do all that combines and stuff like that. But then once we got to the summer, to the beginning, it's right around now actually, was around my last workout. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I gotta make money somehow. I still want to chase the dream if it allows me to chase it, but I got to make money somehow. So I just was sending out emails all over the country. Well, all over the East Coast. I'm not going to say country because I wasn't really interested in going Midwest and out West, but all over the East Coast to different schools about GA and QC and volunteer, whatever it is, just trying to get my foot in the door because I know I need it to do something for the time being. Like I said, while I chase my dream, if that was going to be the route I took or locked into coaching. And like I said, I was blessed to be able to lock into coaching from the start.
Gotcha. So, how did what led you to Bowie State?
My guys, the new head coach, Kyle Jackson, gave me a call, told me what was happening, wanted me to come be a part, and he planted the seed well before. He would ask a question, "Hey, come to the dark side," and I'd be like jokingly, but he knew what he was doing, and I said, "Oh, you got something full time? Like we gonna let's see what we gonna do." And then they did end up calling it. It became real. And like I said, once they called, I said they my guys down there. Like and we joke, and me and Coach Jackson, we joke now. Like when I meet different people on campus, oh, did you go to Bowie? He'd be like, nah, he chose wrong. He said, but his whole family chose Bowie. Like legit, it's my dad went to Bowie, uncle went to Bowie, 3 cousins went to Bowie. I got a cousin there now. My girlfriend went to Bowie. 2 of her aunts, she got a cousin there. Like it's just Bowie was just in the family. Like so, it was always family. And I remembered as a kid going to the games when I'm like 6, 7 years old. My dad putting us in the car after our little league game, and we going down to Bowie. Like we gonna go watch football. Now again, we kids, so we ain't really watching. We underneath the bleachers playing around. But I remember going down there playing under the bleachers. Like every time I walk past the bleachers, I remember like, dang, when I was a little kid, I was down here running underneath these bleachers. But like I said, my guy called me, and it was a no-brainer. I said it's a winning program. When you get a call to be a part of a program like that, you got to jump on it. And I'm replacing another one of my guys. Well, he left, and he was like, he gave the blessing on both sides. Told Bowie, like, say, to be a great hire. Told me, like, hey, you know where you got to go. Like, you know what the deal is. Like, go keep the tradition going. So once the phone call happened, it was no brainer. Easy decision, easy move.
Gotcha. So let everybody know what's your title. With the on the staff.
So we're still working through titles, but right now I am the defensive pass game coordinator. We got a couple other titles we're in the middle of working on. Like I said, I'll be heavy with the special teams. So special team coordinator title could come, recruiting coordinator title could come, like, but we're still working through those things because we're in the middle of a change. Head coaching change just happened about 2 weeks ago. So we're still trying to iron out everybody duties and stuff like that. But the solidified title right now is defensive pass game coordinator.
Yeah, to talk about your former head coach that just took the job at Morgan State and what he's going to bring to that university.
Man, he can return that thing around. He can. Like I said, I've known Coach Wilson for some time now. Like obviously, getting in the coaching game, being around Bowie. Like I said, the assistant coaches, now the new head coach and the other assistant coaches. Like I've known them for some time because Coach Jackson, Baltimore guy, Coach Reed, the offensive coordinator, Baltimore guy. So I've known them since we're all around the same age. I've known of Coach Jackson since high school, and shortly after college, I got to know Coach Reed through some things. And so those are my guys, I said. And I so helped me be around Coach Wilson and watch how he does things. And he's a leader. He's a leader of men, great organizer, motivated, like get people to do the job well. I said he's going to get Morgan State rolling. Excellent hire for him. To me, actually, it was a no-brainer hire. Once Coach Wheatley left, got to give Damon Wilson a call. It only makes sense. He's right down the road. He's won on a high level. Bowie was 6th in the country last year, I believe. Finished 6th in the country. Finished top 15, top 20 the past 2 years. So like I say it's a no-brainer. You got to give him a call. and I think he'll do wonderful things up there at Morgan.
Got you. So, what are you looking for when you looking for when y'all recruit players? Like, what boxes do they got to check off?
One, first and foremost, they have to want to be at Bowie State or whatever university you're working for. But right now, we're talking about Bowie State, and that's a big thing with the Bowie State brand. Like, it's been built for some years now. You have to want to be a Bulldog. You can't want to be in there to recruiting, just get recruited just to be recruited. No, you got to want to be a Bulldog. Like, we want to see that you want to be here, and then that let us know, like, okay, this is a guy that fits what we want to do. And so you got to be tough, physical, hard working. Like, that's the Bulldog way. Since I said that's the Bowie way. Got to want to be there. Got to be tough, physical, hard working, smart. I said that's what we're looking for. Like, and do you add value somewhere or another? Do you add value? And that's for everybody, coaches, players, whatever it is. You have to add value to the Bowie State football program in order to be a part of. If you don't add value, we don't need hangers on. Like, we just don't need it. We need people that are going to help us get to the mission, get to the end goal. So that's, like I said, that's what we're looking for.
Got you. Give me your thoughts on the whole NIL.
Ooh, wee! It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, pros and cons. Just give me, just give me your insight on that. I asked every college I had on their thoughts about it.
The NIL is getting out of hand right now. I think the NIL mixed with the transfer portal is bad. I think the NIL is fine without the transfer portal. It could work. The transfer portal without NIL, it could work. But them two together, because now you got people digging in other teams' roster, trying to get them out, and they can transfer right away. They can play right away. But if they had to sit, I'm not sure if the boosters would be doing all that digging, trying to get guys to come on. But I was from the original. I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna go the way it's going. And because I've always been a fan of NIL, because I always said there's no reason why they can't make money off their name. There's no reason why Terrell Pryor is getting suspended and all of this for selling his own stuff. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I feel as though athletes should have always been able to make money off of autographs. Like, they can go to a signing and get paid money to go to a signing, sell their things and stuff like that. Like, I've always been a fan of name, image, likeness. Make money off of your name, image, and like yourself. You be able to make money off your brand, like your personal brand. You should be able to make money off of. But like I said, the NIL mixed with the transfer portal right now, it's bringing everything that I think that kind of been happening. Now is bringing it out in the open as far as the exchange of hands.
Got you. I had Coach Brian Henderson on last week from Wild Lake High School. He was saying he don't want it to come down the pockets. Basically, he just wanted.
No, it's already there.
Yeah. We all know over the years, there's always been some stuff going on. That's just the nature of the beast. But Bobby Knight saying, yeah, the players got to get paid. I always you think they won't survive back in the '80s and all that. But
yeah,
saying like still want the game to somewhat be pure, like come down like who just can recruit the best, not just who just want to snatch the kid, like the kid Jordan Addison transferred from Pitt, to USC, signed a $3 million deal.
Yeah.
It's like come down to that. So.
But let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. It's always been about the deepest pocket. It's always been about recruiting the pocket. That's why SMU, when they had Eric Dixon, that's why they got jammed up. That's why the U got jammed up. It's always been about
I'm a Kane fan, so I know about that first.
Yeah, yeah. It's about, like I say, it's been about the dial. It's just been underground. Now it's with the transfer portal. Like I said, it's making it different now. Now it's not just the high school kids coming out. It's let's get these kids to transfer. Oh, he's a Bolitnikoff winner. We think we can. Yeah, let's get him. Let's offer him this. Let's offer him that. And the schools, like I say, USC got some money. There's some money in that program, and you see they handing it out.
Gotcha. So, give me a thought. So Travis Hunter, he goes to Jackson State instead of going to like Alabama, Texas A&M, like in the scrutiny he got for not going to a Power Five and instead to go play for Dion at Jackson State. Like
I'm
you
be, I'm a,
thought why
I'm,
he gets backlash was just because he didn't want to take the original, approach, go to a Power Five.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm one of those guys. I just don't think so. We gotta look, and people gotta realize we gotta look at it this way. Jackson State is a FCS program. That is similar to Towson, Morgan State, Villanova, Delaware, what James Madison was, what North Dakota State is. They are an FCS program. It's not a Division 1A program. It's a 1AA program. It's not. It's a FB. Like it's not an FBS that some people think a group of five. Like they are still two levels below what Alabama, Georgia is. You got the group. You got the Power Five, which is Alabama, Georgia. Then you got the group of five, which is the Cincinnati, stuff like that. Then you have FCS. And to be honest, even FCS is levels, and some of the schools, like I said, on the level on the HBCU, some of them, like I said, are not on that top level. Some of them are, like North Carolina A&T a couple years ago, they were on that level. Like those, some of those schools, like I said, were there, but they're still even, like I said, obviously on the FCS level, it's North Dakota State and everybody else. Like North Dakota State's up here, they've won like 10 of the last 11 or 12 national championships. Like they're
Got
on a
several guys drafted in the first round. Carson Wentz, the tackle.
like they're on a different level, and that, like I said, they're in the national championship all the time, and they don't get people drafted like they like often. They got a couple guys, Trey Lance, like you said, they got a couple guys. The receiver just got drafted this year, but they still don't get to look. But again, like you go to Georgia, you go to Bama, you're on national TV. Like you're on those teams, you're going to get drafted more times than not. You go to a school like that, like you're going to get drafted. You're going to be put around the research. Now Dion is bringing resources to Jackson to help them go up, but it's still different. It's like I said, those are power five. They're called power five for a reason. Like it's different.
Yeah.
So I'm like I said, I'm on the one that I think he should have went to one of the power five schools.
To increase his chances. I got you if he really wanted to go to the league. When I had Hugh Jackson on, I think last 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, y'all will check that out. He was saying that basically the weight rooms and all that. He said that can be built through the alumni. He said the glitz and glamour. He said it's not that. He said that. He said what would make a kid go to Georgia or Clemson over Grambling or Jackson State. He said they can build the same type of environment here if the alumni pitch in. What you think about that?
They can, but they don't have those alumni. they have a couple alumni that got a couple dollars, but they don't have as many alumni that has that much money. So you can build again. You don't need a ridiculous weight room. You need a nice weight room that got the racks, like space, so the guys can get the work done. Like in the locker room, I said locker room. You can build those things, but it's going to take time. Now, and the reason why I think Jackson State is everything is because of Deion Sanders. Like his name, his personality, everything he does, he has can take everything to the next level. He can make a phone call and get this done, that done, this done. They got an 18-wheel. Like so, when teams travel, when Division I schools usually travel, FBS schools, they got an 18-wheeler that carry their gear. Most schools under that don't have it. So when Deion got to Jackson State, he said, "Why don't we have a 18-wheeler?" He called Brett Favre. Who can call Brett Favre? Like, not many people can call Brett Favre to help get that stuff done. His team is in suits. They wear suits and all that stuff now. He called Michael Strahan to get that done. Like, Michael Strahan is the suits that Jackson State players are wearing. Like, you can get those built. Like, the alumni can help build some of those things, but you need to, as Hugh Jackson, Eddie George, Deion Sanders, they can pick up the phone and make a couple.
The big fish, they like to say.
Yeah, they can make a couple phone calls and be like, you see Deion Sanders all the time, like, hey, what's up? I need the alumni to help out with this, and this. The alumni help some, but he got some other people that's supporting him to help. But like I said, you can build stuff to that can make again. We gotta make sure we realize this. Like I said, they're an FCS program. They can build their stuff to compete with Delaware, Villanova, Towson, like, and I keep saying those are the local schools. But you go down there like Sam Houston State, Northwest State, like you can do stuff to build with them. But I don't think you can do things to go build with to go compete with Alabama and all of them, because a lot of their stuff is not even really on campus. They got a whole section like somewhere else where they got a huge land to build all that. Most HBCUs, like all their stuff is on, or not even HBCUs, smaller schools, your stuff is on campus. How much room do you think you really going to have now? Like I said, building stuff on campus, and all of that. So it's tough.
Yeah, good. I mean, well said, Coach. Another thing I was going to get into, like, because Dion said to somebody, he said let these HBCUs play the bowl games that the Power Five teams back up. You think that's a good idea, or he just like being overconfident? Like you put like you may use you guys for example, boy,
Again,
y'all go
again,
y'all play
again.
like that in the Sun Belt Bowl. How you think that will affect the affect the ratings and stuff like that?
First of all, again, they're not FBS programs. It's still teams above them that don't play in those bowl games. Like, yeah, you might got a 8-2 HBCU program, but chances are you're probably not going to beat a 5-6, 5-7. Sometimes you're not going to beat the 5-7 group of five school. Sometimes they say you might get a chance, like Howard went out to UNLV, got him.
Appalachian got Michigan again with the block field goal.
App State got Michigan. Like I said, some of the FBS programs can get them. Like I said, Towson years ago was in a dogfight with LSU when LSU was rolling. When they had, I don't say rolling, when they had OBJ drops. They was in a dogfight in the fourth quarter. Like I said, it took FBS schools can beat them every once in a while, but no, they're still not on level. But what I want to see is the HBCUs. I want to see them in the playoffs. Like I wanted to see that Jackson State team. I wanted to see them line up against JMU, line up against North Dakota State, Sam Houston State, South Dakota State with the twins, the Yankee twins at receiver. I would have loved to see FAMU went to the playoffs because they didn't win the SWAC, but they were a top 25 team, I believe, and the NCAA voted them into the playoffs. But Jackson State won the SWAC, and they had to go to the Celebration Bowl. So I would like to see them compete in the playoffs against their competition level.
Gotcha. So, far as say for y'all school, Bowie State, stuff like that. Like, how do you think you guys will fare against schools like Morgan State and Jackson State, stuff like that? You think that's like, hey, no, we're not ready for that, or it's like, hey, man, any given Saturday?
We want all the smoke.
I like that.
Like we're not, like I said, to be honest, like I said, we're not, we don't duck. Like I said, one thing about us, like I said, staff is from Baltimore and PG County. Like you know what that means. Like we want all the bump. Like we want good bump. Like we want good competition. We would love to play them. Like we would love to play them. Hopefully, Coach Wilson set us up a couple years to play them. But like I said, he gonna get them rolling. So we know that we're gonna have to bring our best against them. Like I said, we would love to see that. And I think it's always like, for years ago, I always said that Morgan and Bowie State should always play every year, or Bowie State and Howard. Like we should play. But we would love to see them. But like I said, that Jackson State roster right now, like I said, is on a whole another level with all those FBS transfers. Now again, HBCU's been getting FBS transfers forever, but he just Dion just took it to a whole nother level when he started to bring in about 20, 30 of them. But FBS transfers always been coming down, but we would love to play them. I say we would love to play them, test ourselves against them. I think some people might have voted Bowie State last year, HBCU national champs. Some said South Carolina State. So either way, I say we would love to see ourselves, but our goal is we're gonna play who on the schedule and try to go get this D2 national championship. When HBCU national championship is good and all, but we want the national championship.
Got you. Give me your thoughts on the Netflix documentary of Last Chance U. Do you think that's like fabricated, or you think like, hey, that's really how JUCO football is by you being a college?
So I am a JUCO, as they say, JUCO product. Yeah. Hashtag JUCO product, as they say. I did my freshman year at Lackawanna, and then I transferred to Alfred State, which at the time was a JUCO. Now it's a Division III school, but at the time it was a JUCO. So the JUCO world, it is very different. Cali JUCOs are different. East Coast JUCOs, down south JUCOs, everybody's different. East Coast JUCOs, most of them are like actual colleges. Yeah. Where they have dorm, like eating the calf, like they have all that stuff. Cali JUCOs, most of them don't have, they don't have dorms. Like you're living, like you got to find housing. In Cali, they're living, I know guys that went to Cali JUCO, they're living 8 to a 2-3 bedroom house. They're using the living room as a bedroom. It's not a living room like to watch TV with couches. No, it's just a bedroom. So Cali JUCOs is one thing. East Coast JUCOs another thing. Down South JUCOs is similar. It's down South JUCOs is a mix of both. It's a mix of both because they do have dorms, as you saw on Last Chance U. They do have dorms, but some of them don't have dorms. Like kids gotta commute, do things, but it's a somewhat of a depiction. Like I said it's what Independence was, East Mississippi. I don't think they fabricated it too much, but it's definitely different because people think, oh, it's so rough. All JUCOs aren't rough and terrible like that. The ones out in Cali, yeah, where you sleeping on the couch, sleeping on the floor, and you gotta find a way. Yeah, Cali JUCOs a little bit different. East Coast JUCOs, like I said, most of them, majority of them, if not all of them, have dorms for the guys to stay in.
Got you. Quick hitter. Who you think would have won between East Mississippi and Independence if they ever would have played?
East Mississippi.
They blow out close game. What?
I don't know.
Jason Brown said, "I know that's his person." He said he would have put foot to ass to East Mississippi.
Oh yeah, Jason Brown both of them, him and Buddy, both going to talk. They junk. They both going to talk it. But I got East Mississippi. I got maybe a double digit. It might be 10, 11. But it depends on how the ball bounces. Like, if Malik Henry ain't doing what he bluffing that quarterback, it's going to be a long day for Independent.
Me personally, I think East Mississippi by 4 touchdowns.
It could be 4, but you got to realize. So and we got to talk about it. The Independence we saw was bad or was average team. I want to say the year before they were really good.
Yeah, I heard.
So the timing we saw, just like when they went to where they go when they went out to Cali, they were really good the year before, and then that year they was a little bit shaky. So it all depends on when you see. I would love them to go see them go up to Lackawanna, go see Last Chance U go up to Lackawanna, see how that program is. That program is different. Like I said, it's gonna make you a man up there.
Got you. All right, time to get into a little political stuff. Give me your thoughts on the tragic shootings, the one that happened down in Texas in the school, and the one that happened in a Buffalo supermarket. What was going through your mind when those two current events just popped up on your phone and your TV screen?
Shocked. I was hurt. Shocked, hurt, all of that. Like I say, it just doesn't make sense of the violence that's going on, especially the one in Texas. You're gonna go kill kids. Like you are essentially an adult, and they said because he was picked on. So why don't you go? I'm not saying go shoot the people, but why you go pick on kids? Those kids weren't picking on you. Like, go pick the fight or do what you gotta do against people your own size or the ones who picked on you. But again, you shouldn't be shooting no one, no mass shooting. But kids, no, come on now, like you can't like that's ridiculous. And in Buffalo, like nah, because it was like I said, the one at the Walmart and the one at the church, like nah, it's terrible, terrible. Don't make no sense, none whatsoever.
Man, it just brought back flashbacks when I saw that from Columbine, Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook. I'm like, man, when will this crap end? Like
Yeah,
yesterday, like I was telling Bowie, the comedian, I said, man, they try to pass a bill with teachers. I think in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, that so teachers can carry guns. I said,
hmm
a can of worms, and if a teacher get into a dispute with a parent over a grade, they might shoot the parent.
yeah.
So I don't think that will solve the issue. What's your thoughts on that?
No, you're real. Like that's real. Like I didn't that didn't cross my mind like when they said that, like because I'm 50-50, like because I think people should be able to now you gotta pass all background checks, do everything. I think people should be able to carry however they want to carry, but it gotta be locked up when you're around in certain places. But like yeah, they can you got to be mentally stable to have a gun. Like you have to take a mental test, like not just know pass the background. Like no, they gotta sit down and talk to you and make sure like you good mentally to have a gun. I feel as though you should.
Yeah, like even when you join any type of law enforcement, I think they get psych evaluations. They
Yep,
don't.
yep,
You can't
yep.
put no hands
Yeah,
on force.
yeah. You should definitely get a psych eval when trying to get a gun. Don't care what type of gun.
Agreed. All right. Last subject. Let me get you out of here. The Brittany Griner situation about her being stuck over there in Russia. What's your thoughts on that?
It's bad. Like it's bad. I can't remember what she got locked up for.
Weed, weed pen. To clarify, weed pen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like flat out, it's ridiculous that she even got locked up for that, and it's ridiculous that she's locked up this long. Like she should be home with her family and friends. Like she should be home. Doesn't make zero sense.
Do you think like all right, like what do you think need to be done so that can happen? Do you think the councilmen and all the politicians and the athletes, whoever got voice, need to go boycott? Do you think they need to just make calls? Like what do you think needs to be happening for her to be home? Because it's just getting ridiculous at this point.
I don't know because we don't have no control over what they do over there. So I don't know if anything we really do here. I think they want to do a prisoner swap. I hope that might work if they were trying to get it done. But I don't know if the people here they don't have pull over there. Like it ain't like Russia can really come in like, oh, we're gonna boycott. Like, all right, what you gonna do? Like, what you do over there don't ain't gonna really dictate what we got over here. So I don't know if it's really much they can say or do unless they gonna pay to get her out. Like, yeah, they got a couple of dollars. Like Russia gonna take the money. Yeah, I guess we can try to do that, but I don't know what all they can do. Now I said the politicians might got to talk, arrange some things, pay like I said, pay to get out, prisoner exchange, something like that. But other than that, I don't know what all.
I just think they can do something because like somebody who said this? Deshaun Jackson said, "I am an athlete." He said, if it was LeBron James or somebody of that stature, he had been home already. Everybody would have pulled all stops. Feel me? He said they need to have that same sentiment. That was just his
And
opinion.
and to be honest, I don't now again, they might have let him out because they love LeBron James. I don't know if whatever the US did would have got them uh, out over there because every country don't like us. Like we're not fans of every country. So if it's a LeBron James and they know America loves him, they might keep him even longer because he's loved and all of that. But I say it's a good possibility. Like it can go either way if it was somebody like that at that stature.
Yeah. All right, that's one last thing. All right, so just Give me your thoughts on the NBA Finals. Do you watch basketball a lot, or you
Yeah.
just
No, I watch it like I call Golden State in 6. I hope Golden State in 6 still happen. It's Draymond, and I said it the day, but the day I hate Draymond Green. Like he's the reason it's 2-1 right now. Like the man had 2 points, 4 rebounds, and fouled out last game. He's the reason it's 2-1. Jordan Poole needed to step up, and I was telling my brother this because I forgot JJ Redick. I was listening to JJ Redick because they talked about it. They said, "Oh, Clay got to play better." This was at the game too. He said in every series this year, he's averaged like 15 points the first 2 games. He averaged 22 the rest of the series from there. The other day in Game 3, he put on a show. Like he played like Klay Thompson. So Clay's going to do what he's doing. Obviously, Steph is doing what he's doing. Draymond got to do what Draymond got to do. Jordan Poole, I think, got to step up some, but yeah, Draymond is the reason it's 2-1. He needs to do what he got to do. But I like say I'm rolling with the Warriors. I love Klay Thompson, my guy, and also Damian Lee on the Warriors. He Baltimore guy went to Mount St. Joe and transferred to Calvert Hall.
I didn't even know that, man. I just learned.
He is 2 years younger than me. He was in my brother's class at Mount St. Joe. They were the freshman sophomore year together. Then he transferred to Calvert Hall his junior senior year.
That's a shout out to Damian Lee. But yeah, I got Golden State at 6 as well. Like you said, Jordan Poole definitely got to step up. Like I said, hopefully Steph ain't too banged up. If he stays, he'll be good to go.
Yeah,
But
he should be.
Got to stop getting out coach. Coach Udama. I don't know if I said his name right. Boston coach. He's out coaching right now with the second half adjustment. Eric got to get in his bag, man, and play his bench more. You got the kid Moses. You got Kaminga. Play those young guys, man.
No, he definitely got, and I don't know if he's really, like I said, out coaching because they're he might be out coaching them, but game 1, Golden State, you got to control Golden State in the third quarter because for years that's been their quarter where it's over. Game 1, most people think it's over, but they're shooters, they get cold sometime. Boston kept going, and Marcus Smart is playing well. Al Horford's playing well. Like those guys that are giving you White they're giving you buckets when you don't expect it, but when they need it. But like I said, he's coaching well. I don't know how much Brad Stevens is helping him, which, like I said, that's a plus of having Brad Stevens up in the front office and all that. But he got a great staff. I think Damon Stoudemire's on the staff. Like, yeah, it's a good staff over there in Boston. Like I said, both staffs are really good, and it's interesting to see this coach, like I said, do his thing in year 1, especially after they talked so bad about Boston. Past couple of years, do they just split up Tatum and Brown? Then the beginning of the year, they're struggling. You got a trade deadline. You could get one to make a move. Now them boys rolling.
Yeah, they got the best record in the second half of the year. Like they had a slow start. We got rid of a new coach.
Because they was like 20-21 through halfway through the season.
And then straight turned it around, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, coach, definitely fun, man. Like so before I let you go, man, let everybody know why they should subscribe to this wonderful channel we got going on.
And it's Baltimore. It's Baltimore, man. Like I said, it's good conversation. It's good conversation that you have in the barbershop and in your house. Like I said, just sit down, get different people's opinion on things. Like I said, it's Baltimore, and it's good conversation.
Definitely appreciate that, Coach. Thanks everybody that's at the end. Who would you like to see next on the show on KTSC Sports Talk?
Ooh, oh man.
And before you answer, you gotta help me get that.
Man, you want your all the smoke. You want your all the smoke, huh?
I got it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You gonna get all the smoke, you Jack.
Great, good artist, borrow, great artist steal.
As you should. You know what I mean? Your Matt Bonds and Jack. Ooh, I don't know. It's a couple guys. It's a couple guys.
I know you got some college coaches amongst y'all, amongst you. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I definitely got some guys. I know obviously my brother will be good. Anybody from the Bowie staff will be good on here. My guy Lawrence Robinson down at Bluefield State, a new HBCU football program started. This would be the second year. He's a defensive coordinator down there. Me and him played together in college. Like I said, he'd be good. It's a lot of guys. Like I said, it's a lot of guys I think would be good. Let's say obviously because I have these conversations with them, so I would love to hear I know their opinion on some of the things, but I think those guys would be real good.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna be rapping to you to help me get them on because I definitely look forward to that, man.
All right, sound good. Like I said, anytime you want me back on here, like I said, just let me know. All right, like I said, there ain't no thing. I hop on, talk, chop it up, whatever.
Yeah, definitely, we definitely got a lot in common, man. From the same city, the same people. So it
What high
definitely
school you went to?
went to Walbrook.
Okay, what year you graduated?
2007.
So you know my man Aaron Cottrell.
Oh yeah. That was our running back. Yeah. I was a running back. Big AK.
Yep.
Yeah.
My man AJ, we had known him since we was 10, 11 years old.
That's my guy right there, man.
Yeah.
And IG name Why Stop Jizzle or something like
Yes,
that.
sir. My man Jizzle. Yes, sir. Why stop? Yeah, that's my guy. That's my dog. Yep.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's great, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at on your social media handles and all that.
All my social media handles, my Instagram and my Twitter is RW underscore Deuce2, DEUCE, then the number 2. That's my Instagram and my Twitter.
Gotcha. Well, that's it, everybody, for episode 177. Y'all can check this out on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. From your host, Justin P., and my special guest, Coach Rod White. Love you guys, and always, and I mean always, remember the hashtag KTFP. Keep that same energy. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys Monday. Yeah.